this is perfect. This is a perfect learning opportunity, right? Normally one would be pretty frustrated, right, if their stream ended right when they started getting going with the meditation. But I view this as a great opportunity to not allow it to affect me on an emotional scale. This illustrates my point exactly of what I was discussing earlier when I was discussing not letting all the random X, Y's, and Z's of the universe affect your emotional well-being, right? You never know what's going to happen. You can choose to see things how you want, and I'm choosing to see this in a positive light, even though the stream's been cutting off and on. So we're just going to keep going with it. And if it cuts out again, we'll do the same thing. And we'll all become even stronger and better meditators. So find a comfortable seated position and get into that position. Take a few slow and deep breaths on your own while maintaining good posture. And gently close your eyes, focusing on your breath. Inhale, gently raising your belly. Exhale, gently lowering your belly. Breathe in, slowly raising your abdomen. Breathe out, slowly lowering your abdomen. Focus on your breath. Inhale, raising your belly. Exhale, lowering your belly. Breathe in, raising your abdomen. Breathe out, lowering your abdomen. Keep your attention on your breath count. Inhale. Exhale, releasing all that does not serve you well. Breathe in. Breathe out, releasing all that is of no benefit. Your breath calms your body, and your body calms your mind. Be mindful of your breath count. Visualize yourself sitting on the tallest mountain peak. Watching the clouds float through the sky beneath you. Two clouds move together and merge into one. And one cloud stretches apart, dividing into two. These clouds float through the sky before disappearing over the horizon. These clouds are like your thoughts. Thoughts come into being, exist for a while in conscious awareness, and then disappear from our minds. That is the nature of human thought. Inhale. Exhale, releasing all that does not serve you well. Breathe in. Breathe out, releasing all that is of no benefit to you. Stay focused on your breathing. When thoughts arise in your mind, picture them as clouds floating through the sky before disappearing over the horizon. And return your focus to your breath count. Your essence is love. Your love is manifested as light. Your purpose is to shine your light on others. Awakening the memory of one's own inner light within them. And they will shine their light on all whom they encounter. Until all of humanity is glowing radiantly as one once again. Inhale. Exhale, releasing all that does not serve you well. Breathe in. Breathe out, releasing all that is of no benefit to you. Focus on your breathing. Inhale. Exhale, releasing all that does not serve you well. Breathe in. Breathe out, releasing all ego which obscures your third eye sight. Stay focused on your breathing. When thoughts arise in your mind, picture them as clouds floating through the sky before disappearing from your mind. And return your awareness to your breath count. On your next breath, travel down beneath the level of conscious awareness. Go to the region of your heart chakra. Feel the love emanating from this location. And the warmth which surrounds this love. Experience the perfect peace residing here. And the joy which accompanies it. In this place of perfect monism, all is one. And fear cannot enter this location. Separations and divisions cannot exist here. Boundaries of any kind are inconceivable in this place. For in this place, you realize you are filled to the brim with love. And that which is eternally full can never be empty. Inhale. Exhale, releasing all that is of no benefit to you. Breathe in. Breathe out, releasing all ego which hinders your evolution. Keep your attention on your breathing. When thoughts arise in your mind, picture them as clouds floating through the sky before disappearing from your consciousness, and return your awareness to your breath count. On your next breath, travel down beneath the level of conscious awareness. Go all the way down to your center point. The place inside you where your essence flows the strongest. The holiest of altars at the nexus of creation. Keep your attention directed on your center point. And when you're ready, travel through. I'll see you on the other side. Here, at your center point, you remember your true identity. At your center, you recall how you came to be. Here, at your center point, you remember your divine purpose. To spread love and light to all of those whom you encounter. At your center, all is one. At your center, the spatiotemporal realm cannot affect you. For your love transcends space-time. Flowing everywhere all at once. In this holiest of places, you are at peace once again. At this holiest of altar, you are home. Inhale. Exhale, releasing all that does not serve you well. Breathe in. Breathe out, releasing any residual ego which hinders your development. Inhale. Exhale, releasing all stress and tension from the body. Breathe in. Breathe out, releasing any fear and worry from your mind. Gently open your eyes and return to this worldly realm, bringing with you the peace from this meditation throughout the remainder of your day. Namaste. Thank you all so much for sharing this sacred space with me. I am honored and humbled to be here with you as your meditation guide. I hope you each got something out of this meditation, whether it is peace and relaxation, more joy and love in your lives, or whether you feel more stable and grounded. Thank you for sharing this experience with me. Namaste. All right. Noger, thank you so much. I don't know if you're still around, but thank you so much for the raid. Super appreciative. Noger is an awesome dude. He is a philosophy streamer here on Twitch. He does something that no one else does, which I love. I love uniqueness. I love when people do unique things, and he's doing it. He is streaming academic philosophical journal articles on Twitch. It's amazing. Have you reached 400 yet? You got to be close. You got to be around 400, right? Last time I remember, you were getting in the high threes. But yeah, he streamed a lot of articles. He's bringing philosophy to people who might not have had any exposure to philosophy. So it's pretty cool. You say, Noger, hey bud, it's good to see you, man. You say, nah, I'm merely in the 390s. You know how many philosophical journal articles most people have read in their lifetimes, right? Can I do the zero on here? Yeah, 0. That's what I'm trying to do. 0. And you've come on here and have read 390 plus philosophical journal articles on Twitch. It's incredible, man. You know, your persistence. I love your persistence, you know. When you started doing it, I was like, maybe he'll read a couple and then get tired of it. You're sticking it out. You're like me, man. You're like me. You're in it for the long haul. You're playing the long game. You're like me, man. I want to bring meditation to people who might not have had exposure to meditation, and you're bringing philosophy to people who might not have otherwise had exposure to philosophy. So we're both doing good work, man. You know, we're both doing good work. And Aristotle is just doing it all. He's doing it all. I'm also, you know, teaching some chess along the way too, and doing a little philosophy myself. Noger, you said, LOL, people have no idea how stubborn you are. Same with me, right? Same with me. I refuse to give up. Everyone's always like, Agni, you know, it's time for you to give up. And I'm like, no, I'm not going to give up. Here's the thing. Well, there's two things. First of all, if you bang your head into a wall enough, eventually the wall is going to give. And I mean, even if that means, you know, it's assuming your head is not going to get like all deformed and fucked up in the process. You know, like if the wall, you know, if you have this, you know, if you have this perfect head that can never be, you know, messed up, and you keep banging it into the wall in the same spot, eventually the wall is going to give. And also, a good friend of mine told me an amazing quote. He told me that if a fool persists in his folly, he may become wise. And I think this is also true, right? So like these are two lessons I live by. The second one's not really relevant to what I was talking about, but I just wanted to throw that in there. The first one, yeah, you know, we just keep doing it. We keep bringing philosophy and meditation to the world. So that's cool. Let's get some light on in here. Let's get a little light on it. It's dark in here. All right. Yeah. Let's get a little light on in this world, right? Sometimes you need to get a little light on. I was showing people what a couple things that were given to me by my friend, one of my friends who is taking care of my friend who passed away, her estate. So I was given this beautiful gem necklace. You can kind of see it right there. Yeah, there you go. Right? And I was given, hold on, the screen just got a little blurry, so let me just deactivate and activate real quick. There we go. All right, and I was given this beautiful I don't know what you call this. It's a stone with a lot of different gems, right? And I believe there it was some dye involved. But it's just this. It's a magnificent stone. This was Holly's. Both of these were Holly's, and I'm wearing this in honor of her memory, and I have this with me today too, in honor of her. She was a wonderful person. And I told a story about her too yesterday about one time when we hung out. We were at one of those restaurants where you get served meals, right? And you can watch, or at restaurants. Duh, yeah, we're at a restaurant that serves meals. We're at one of those movie theaters that serves meals, right? And she was eating ice cream and drinking alcohol, and I was drinking, and they kept bringing us ketchup packets because my buddy was working there as the bartender, and he was fucking with us, and he kept telling the servers that table 6 needed ketchup. So like different servers kept bringing us ketchup packets all night, and we had 18 things not just the packets, those little white circles, whatever you call them, filled to the brim with ketchup. So we had 18 of those in front of us by the end of the night. It was pretty awesome. Yeah, it might be a geode, right? I don't know, right? Maybe you can tell better in the camera there. I don't know what. I need my resident expert, JT Farms, to analyze this for me. JT is the one who actually gave me this beautiful fire quartz. She knows her gems. She knows what kind of stuff, what kind of rocks and gems all these are. She'll be able to identify it hopefully. But yeah, so that's that. You say persistence is really what gets things done. Not much else. It's totally the case. It's absolutely the case, man. Seriously, like if you're persistent with something, if you're really persistent, you're gonna move something. Eventually, you're gonna move something. And I value that's actually something I value really, really intensely. So when we had for my master's degree, when I was finishing up my master's, the last thing I had to do was to pass, or not the last thing, but one of the things I had to do was pass a comprehensive examination. And but the cool thing is we were given the 10 questions on the area of philosophy that you chose beforehand. So we were given the 10 questions, and then summer break hit, right? And then we got the entire summer to look them over and study and basically write 10 perfect papers. And then when we started and memorize them, and then when classes resumed in fall, we had to go in, and they chose 3 of those questions at random, and we had to basically write 3 perfect papers about those three topics. So when I was given those questions, I said goodbye to everyone for the semester and took off and came back home. And that day I started accumulating the resources I would need to answer those questions. And then from that day on, for the next 3.5 months, I spent 8 to 14 hours every single day, except 3 days, studying and working on those papers. I wanted to write 10 perfect papers because I didn't want to have to try to take it again. I wanted to pass it on my first time. I was that persistent. I was that dedicated. So it worked. I passed my comp on the first try, which is good because a lot of people didn't. I was with some pretty brilliant people in my program, actually, to be honest. And some of them didn't pass. A lot of them didn't pass. Over a third of our class didn't pass the first time, and some never did. So it's pretty cool that I was willing to put in that kind of effort and work. And that just like you said, persistence gets things done. All right, I'm gonna play a game of chess because I haven't played chess on here in a while. So let's play a game of chess, and then we'll call it a night. I think we're gonna keep this a very low key. We're gonna make this a very low key stream. Now let's get everything set up. Here we go. Okay, we are good. We're good. We're ready for a game of chess. Noger, you say you got to head to bed soon. 1 a.m. on the East Coast. Have a great rest. Hey, yeah. Thanks again for this. Thanks again for the raid. Everyone, check out Noger. Drop him a follow. Super awesome dude. Super kind guy. He's a philosophy streamer here on Twitch. He'll introduce you to philosophical journal articles, and he'll read through them and give analysis. Super awesome guy. So thanks again, man. Much appreciated. Okay, all right. So yeah, let's play a little bit of chess. Let's chess it up. So I play 10-minute games on Elite Chess when I'm streaming, because they're not rated. They're just anonymous. You never know what kind of opponent I'm going to get. Yeah, we'll see how this goes. Let's see. Hopefully I can win a game or two. All right. Let's see. So I'm going to play the Sicilian defense. That's characterized by this. Now I play the hyper accelerated dragon. So he's doing, this is, I believe, called the boulder attack. He's eyeing this square, right? And then I simply play this. If he hops the knight in, going for cheap tricks here, it won't work because I'll have knight over. Now this line that I play, I just get this in, and he'll probably push out. Okay, so he just made his first move. This move right here is very odd. This is not a normal move. Let me make sure everyone can see this. Everyone can see this, right? Yeah. So this is, oops, let me just go back. This is not book to put your bishop to d5 here. I don't know what he's doing right here, but it's definitely not a book move. All right, so let's go in with this. Let's see if he actually takes. All right, he's taking. Now I'm going to take this way, and my reason is now my light squared bishop is active and developed, and my queen is active and developed. So this is kind of interesting. All right. I want to load up. I want to put some pressure here. I want to put some pressure on this pawn. So if I push out, I feel like he's already gone astray, but I could be wrong. Let's see. Hold on. I'm looking at push, but then we have this idea. Then I jump my knight in to g4. I'll have two attackers on the pawn. But then he could play this, and let's lock everything down. So I'm not going to do it. I'm just gonna castle instead. I'm just gonna castle. All right. So he's going in for this. All right. I think this is wrong, to be honest. So I have two attackers on this pawn. He's going to need another defender. He might play like queen over. But I still feel like this is wrong. This doesn't feel right. Seems off. All right, he's going in for this. So now, let's see. Yeah, I'm going to take. I'm getting rid of a bad pawn. And now I think I push. Yeah, now I push. All right, so he sees it. He's trying to give my knight a kick first, which is fair. I should have probably taken more serious consideration of that idea. But all right. Now if he takes the pawn, I'm going to trade queens, and his queen is going to be very vulnerable. All right. He's just pushing pawns all over the place. This guy's a pawn pusher. That's not a super successful strat. But we'll see. Maybe he'll beat me anyway. All right. Let's see. Got this check right here, but then he just blocks with the bishop. I feel like I need to get this pawn rolling, but I need to get my other pieces developed as well. Maybe I need to break at this. I think it's time to break it all this. If I play this, then he just hops. If I play this, he just locks everything down. I don't think that's. I have an idea. Let's go in with this. My idea is to actually eventually get my knight over there. We'll see if he plays something really aggressive. I'm willing to sack this. Oops. I'm willing to sack this pawn too if need be. All right. So he's going in for that. This light square bishop needs to get active immediately. I'm going to push out right here. My idea is this. Put some pressure on d5. Okay, just do a simple developing move. Now my bishop's active. I have ideas of pushing forward. Can't quite do it yet. I'm looking at take. It doesn't quite work yet. Huh. It's a good way forward in this position. All right, let's go in with this. I'm looking at shuffling my rooks over to get them in line with the queen and putting more pressure on this pawn right here. Okay, so he's doing it such that when he pushes... All right. That's fine. Okay, so now his bishop's on a good diagonal in line with my queen. This guy's really good, by the way. He's a solid player. Oh, okay, now I think he gets that push, and I'm gonna go for this. I'm going for this. All right, so that doesn't... It's gonna be a little bit slow. Check. We'll do check. And it's important that that hits with check, by the way. Otherwise, this doesn't work. Okay, so now I just simply retreat the queen. Look, notice the tension between these two pawns, right? It's pretty cool. I think that was a mistake for him to capture like that. Okay, so he's trying to go after my dark square bishop, which actually is fine. Let's see. Take. Yeah, I'm gonna bust open his structure and allow him to trade. Allow a couple weaknesses around my king side. I'm gonna do it. All right. Might not be the best idea, but maybe it is. No, now